Okay. Dawn, I see you with your Mickey and Minnie Mouse behind you. I love it.
Yeah,
Subliminal messaging. Do you see? Wait, let me go this way. Do you see my Mickey hands?
I do. I do.
That's why Mickey has 4 fingers. I'm sure a fanatic knows the answer to that, but
I have heard that, but I honestly don't remember. I don't remember. I wanted to wear my Mickey ears, but they won't show up on my screen.
So my very first conference was at Disney, and I remember Cindy walking on stage, and like Minnie and Mickey Mouse like pulled this like sheet. It was like she just twirled out of the thing, and it was magical. And so I remember that from
That
my
was 2009, right?
yeah, because I joined in
2009.
2008, and I did
Okay.
first conference, but 2009 I went, and it was
Awesome.
so
That was fun.
it was fun. There was only 300 people at that conference. Like, and I thought I was walking into a crowded room. Never in my wildest dreams did I imagine it would turn into an arena of 16,000. Like,
Right.
but well, I'm excited. We'll get started. I'm excited that you're here. You guys, I asked Dawn if she would be a guest speaker tonight because she's our National Executive Director. And before we do go to National Conference to Impact in July, I wanted you guys to just hear her voice. I wanted you to see her face. I wanted you to just know her story. I think it makes you feel more connected when you know who your leaders are. And she is so open and so gracious. Like, she has always been so kind and open armed to me that I knew that she would say yes. So Donna, I appreciate you being here. We've got several people listening to the recording, but we'll get right into it. I know you've got another to hop on too. So I told them that we would get as much time with you as possible. And
Yeah. I'm excited to be here.
I'm excited for you to be here. So for people that haven't met you, like, you don't know that we did this today on our lineage page, but I posted your picture. We were with Jennifer Westerhoff at Summit, and I said, if you've ever met Dawn, post a picture of you and her. So there was several pictures of you.
Oh, okay.
Those pictures. It was fun.
Neat.
But tell everybody your 31 story, because I don't think that they know how you got started, how you were introduced, and just
Okay. Well, how much time do I have again? Now, I'll make it short and sweet and just kind of give you the highlights of it. But first, I want to see a show of hands from everybody that plans on attending National Conference Impact. It's our 20-year. I want to see your hand. I want to see your face there. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe 20 years. So Cindy and I knew each other before 31. We'd gone to church together. We had her daughter and my youngest daughter were the same age. And Cindy and I taught vacation Bible school together, and our kids would spend the night with each other. And so whenever she approached me about this business opportunity, I don't even know that she had the name of the company at the time. I remember going to her house, sitting down at a computer with a book this big. I mean, it was huge. Honestly, it was a little overwhelming and intimidating. I don't know that she really had, I know she had her vision, but I don't know that she really had everything all planned out and lined up. So when she was talking to me about this business, she kind of wanted me to help her. And I said, Cindy, I have got so much on my plate right now. And I'm just the type of person, if I'm going to do something, I'm going to go all the way. I don't want to I'm just going to go all in if I'm going to do it. So, if I'm going to be committed, I wanted to have the time. It was my youngest daughter. It was her last year at home. I was dabbling in Southern Living at Home. Does anybody remember Southern Living at Home? I say dabbling because I had no clue what I was doing, literally dabbling in that. I was PTA president. I mean, I just had a lot on my plate. I don't know if y'all know this or not, but Cindy put herself through college as a pampered chef consultant. Who knew that? Okay, I knew you did, JP. So she'd actually made me a pampered chef pizza that night. I mean, it was a great pizza, but I just could not commit to something like that. And those were the very, very early stages of 31. She just, was starting to I guess, interview people, that she knew and was familiar with. And I remember it wasn't long after that she came out with her first catalog. I know Julie Sutton, and you've probably heard this story, JP. Julie Sutton had sent her a baby shower invitation. And she was like, oh, so they kind of started up a conversation. And Julie, anyway, long story short, Julie Sutton became her business partner, and they launched 31. They had this catalog. And I would see them out and about doing like little vendor events. They were making bracelets and selling little bracelets. And I said, you know what, Cindy? I said, I'll help you get started. This was in the fall of 2003. I said, I'll help you get started. I'll have a party for you. So she came to my house in October of 2003. I lived in a split foyer. She worked so hard carrying in her little metal racks up the stairs. She carried 2 metal racks up the stairs. She had little homemade purses, embroidered. She would hang up her purses. She made flavored coffee. The handmade purses were the only thing that were exclusive to 31. Nothing else in that catalog was exclusive. Well, and the bracelets, little bracelets that she made. We had she crab soup. Do you remember that? What is it? What is the name and brand? I know y'all seen it. The Gula. Anyway, we didn't have any exclusive items, not many. So anyway, she worked so hard and had this little boutique created in my living room. And I had one person show up. Y'all. I felt so bad. So I was on my, that was back when we had a home phone. So I'm on my home phone, calling the neighbors, begging people to come over. I think I had, now this was 20 years ago, y'all. This was a long time ago. So I think I had one more person show up. It was a flop. It was the biggest flop. And so she's so funny. She tells me I've more than made up for that. But that was so embarrassing. I felt really bad. I don't know that I really truly helped her get started. And I'm sure that all of you are familiar with Jenny Hillenberg, right? She also went to our church, and she had a party that same month. At the end of the month, she had a fabulous party. And that's probably why she was asked to be the first consultant. She had a fantastic party. But so anyway, that was in October. And then by April, I had a few more obligations taken off my plate, and her second catalog had come out, and it was just the cutest catalog. And I had about $10,000 worth of debt that I wanted to get rid of. And so I called her up and I said, you know what, Cindy, I think I'm ready to do this. I want to join. I want to get out of debt. So she said, all right, where do you want me to put you? Do you want me to put you under home office, or do you want me to put you under Jenny? And I said, I don't care. Just put me somewhere. So the rest is history.
So what is your consultant number, Dom?
10.
10. So Jenny's is 1001.
Mm-hmm.
1010.
Yep.
Now, back then, how many people were working at the home office at that, or was there even a home office?
Oh my goodness. We were in Cindy's basement when we first started. Kathy was in there with the embroidery machine, and y'all listen, we didn't make money off the embroidery back then. We had to get that monogram machine paid for before we earned commission on that. And so we moved pretty quickly to a location, like just a little, there was like a little, I don't want to say a mall, like a complex, where there was Mr. T's Pizza, and there was like a little daycare. There was like several little, what do you call it? Like a little business complex. And so we moved there. She was working out of there for a while. And then of course, all the home office staff, Julie, Cindy, Kathy, and I think there might've been one more person. It was like a warehouse, an office, an embroidery, a daycare, like it's just one big room, but we had a good time.
That reading the book more than a bag, Cindy's book, it's funny to read Julie's inserts, because she talks about it being a daycare and
yeah,
they did in that warehouse. I love that part of the book. So you've been around from the very, very beginning, and you just said that y'all didn't get paid on personalization, which I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't imagine that now. But what are some of the other things that we probably take for granted that we shouldn't?
And of course I know times change over the years, but I'm telling y'all, when we got a website, that was just a game changer. Before, when we had little folders, everything was so manual. When you wanted something embroidered, not only did we didn't get commission for it, we had to work really hard for that. We had to attach it to a Word document. So if I wanted a thermal tote embroidered with your name, Jennifer, I would have to put Jennifer, red, curls. I'd have to put the name and in this whole Word document on everything that I had sold and email it to Julie. So it was very time consuming.
So the websites, I know, like new consultants that join, it's $16.95 a month. That's how much it is for our website. But also a newsletter goes out on our behalf.
Yes.
I can't imagine running my business without that website. Customers go in, enter it, they get to actually see it in the personalization studio. So y'all didn't even have that back in the day.
No. And you know what's funny is sometimes because everything was so manual, sometimes you would even have to say just whatever we typed out on that Word document. You have to be really careful, because sometimes whatever you typed out would actually be embroidered. So there was just a lot of mistakes, and I wish everybody could realize how $16.95. I know sometimes people are like, $16.95 a month for a website. I'm like, oh my gosh, I would have paid $100 a month for a website, because 31 does all the maintenance for you. They do everything for you. They send out your newsletter, they update the website. I mean, it's just, I love it. It's worth every penny.
The hostess portal for me is worth it, where the hostess can go in and enter her own rewards.
Very nice.
I didn't use that in the beginning, and then I started using it. One of our leaders, Ivy, is the one that convinced me to start using it. And when I did, it was like, oh my gosh, like they can go in.
The heavens opened up.
I don't have to sit on the phone for an hour with the hostess. Like, she can go in, pick it, and if she misspells, like, it's not my fault.
That's right. That's right.
So worth it. Okay, so I told our girls tonight that we were going to really talk about leadership and all the reasons to be a leader. And so, like, you've been a leader for a long time, probably, almost the longest at our company. So what has leadership provided? Like, I say provided, but what's it done for you being in leadership versus just at the consultant level, the perks? I don't want to say just a consultant, but what's the leader?
I know what you mean. Well, it's funny that you brought that up, because honestly, y'all, listen, I joined to get out of debt. That's all I wanted to do. I didn't mean to be a leader. I didn't mean to build a team. I didn't mean for this to be a career. It just happens. If you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, it will just happen naturally. I was on a mission to get out of debt, like I said. And so, I had my little folders. I knew how many parties I wanted to have every month. I knew how much commission I needed to earn every single month. Like, I was just on a mission. And so, when you're doing parties, and I know it's a little different now. We don't do a lot of home parties like we did back then, but regardless, if you're doing parties and you're talking to people and you're getting new contacts and you're just doing all the things, you're just naturally recruiting. You're excited about what you're doing, and it's helping you get out of debt, or whatever the case may be, why you joined. If you're talking about it, people are going to be drawn to that. So for me, it has given me a lot of confidence. I never thought that I would be a leader or even could be a leader, but I love helping other women. I love helping them reach their potential. I love helping them just do all the things that they never thought they could do. That's my favorite part of being a leader, is being able to help other people be a leader, especially when they think, I could never do what you do. Listen, if I can do this, I'm not kidding when I say this. If I can do this, anybody can do this.
I remember meeting you for the first time, and you were just so welcoming, and like it was inspirational, because you weren't like a stuffy leader. You were very approachable. Like, you felt like me. Like, and I think that you've kept it very personal, which is, part of the secret to success is making other people feel welcome, and you do it really
well. And I tell my leaders, I and you hear me say that word a lot, leader, because I don't care what your title is. I don't care if you're a senior director. I don't care if you're a executive director. Like, I don't care what your title is. Not that it doesn't mean anything, but it doesn't mean anything to me. You know what I mean? Like, we're all leaders, regardless of your title. We're all leading. We're all doing the same thing. So I will have to say, I'm pretty pleased that the leaders are now in one Facebook group. So I had to throw that in there because I'm really excited about that.
Yeah. Me too. Me too. So we, just so everybody knows, we kind of followed home office's lead for our world-class lineage. We have a world-class lineage and we have a world-class huddle page, which is where all the leaders are at. And we just merged with Dawn's downline lineage leaders. And so we kind of followed 31's pursuit of that. And we're all in one leader group. And it definitely has opened us up to being able to get more voices and ideas. So when you move into directorship with our team, with the World Class Lineage team, you're going to get part of a different group. You're going to get part of a leader group that you're now going to get so many more ideas. And it's been good. It's been good so far.
Better together.
Better together. Hashtag. I love this. Okay, so you're our newest national executive director at 31. So everybody that went to Impact in 2022, they got to see you get on stage and they held your name up and becoming a national executive director. That's the top of our career path. And I feel like you've not changed. You've not changed at all, but I'm sure some of your focus has changed at that level. What are some of the things that have changed? You get into that topic.
It's funny that you say that because really, I mean, other than being in a little closer contact with home office, like you just at that level, we meet with home office every other week and just kind of behind the scenes stuff, where we're at on the internal stuff, on the business perspective. But other than that, I've always been really focused on my team. I'm really close to my leaders. And so as far as that goes, it really hasn't changed. I do remember when the National Executive Director title or position was created or announced or whatever. I remember I had finally gotten to be at the top. I was finally got to be SED. I was at the top. And then they announced NED. I was like, are you kidding me? But that's okay. That's okay. It's been fun. I mean, it's been fun to be in NED, but I honestly don't know that my focus has really changed that much. Does that make sense?
Yeah, because do you still have to sell $1,000 a month at your level?
Right, exactly. I mean, that's why to me, it's so important to use leaders across the board because we literally all have the same requirements as far as team, personal volume and team volume. We all have the same requirements. So if I can do this, y'all can do this.
Yeah. I do like that. When you get to the top of the career path, you still have to sell $1,000. I say have to. You get to.
Yes.
Because I remember there was a toy company, I won't say which one, but there was a toy company that they folded because once everybody got to the top of the career path, they stopped giving them a requirement, and that company folded because, we want everybody to make more money. We want everybody to move up and see that growth in their teams.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the things that they did poorly was once they got everybody to the top, they quit making them do what consultants do. And so what I love is that you're doing what we're doing. You're trying to book parties,
right.
You're trying to earn dignity,
Right. Yeah. when you say that company folded, it's because they turned it into a pyramid scheme. What's so beautiful about what we do is my dog is squeaking her toy. I'm so sorry. We all have the same requirements, regardless of title, regardless of rank, regardless of how, if you're at the top or you're at I don't want to say at the bottom, but you know what I mean? We all have the same requirements. And I just totally lost my thought. She's distracting me. I'm so sorry.
I can't even hear it.
Okay, good. But I love that we still have, and for me personally, like it's just my own personal goal. I'm not a recruiting rock star. I'm not a stellar seller. You won't see my name in lights everywhere. A lot of you probably are like, who is this woman? I've never seen her before. I've never heard of her. And that's okay. What you will find about me is I'm consistent. Like I do recruit every month. I do my sales every month. I have a personal goal. Even though we're required to do $1,000 a month, I want to at least do 2,000 minimum. That's my own personal goal. I don't want to just meet the minimums. I just like to push myself a little bit. I want to go above and beyond, because I feel like I cannot ask my team to do things that I'm not doing. And how can I be a leader if I'm not doing exactly what I'm asking them to do? So.
That's right. So we all just saw you post some pictures. They saw, because I facelifted your picture with your Easter stuff. But what I love is that you're like the 10th consultant and you still really get excited about new products. So seeing you with all the Easter stuff now, you're a grandmother, having all those products, does that excitement ever go away of new seasons and new products?
You know what? No. I was like a kid today. Y'all listen, this box literally came today. I ripped it open, jerked everything out. My daughter happened to be here and I said, oh my gosh, Cindy, look at all this stuff. Oh my gosh, you got to help me make a reel. So I was just ecstatic. So I'm looking at some of these questions. Christina Anderson, where are you? Okay.
Christina, go.
My husband and I sat with you at the celebration dinner. How cool is that?
Got the black hoodie on.
I love that. How do you sell so much a month? I have a hard time getting people to party because they've already partied. Where's Natasha? Okay. How many parties do you have a month, Tasha?
Oh, I don't know if she's unmuted.
Okay, something's not working on my phone. Hold on.
We can hear
I can
you.
hear you. I just can't see you now.
Yeah, I can't see anything either. Right now I'm just having issues of getting people to party. Like I have my my like Facebook, my VIP group, and I'm constantly posting and doing live videos, but it's like sort of just quiet.
Okay. You said you're constantly posting in your VIP group.
Yes.
Okay. Are you reaching out to people individually to like personally ask them to host a party?
Well, I did in the beginning, like when I came with 31, like my first year was like pretty good. And like this year has been like really quiet. And I don't know if it's like because they've already partied with me, they're like, well, I already have all the 31 I need, or I don't know. I guess that weird point.
Are you in anybody else's VIP group? Like if you have a Tupperware friend or a Pampered Chef friend, are you in there? Are you friends with those people on Facebook? Are you in their groups?
Yeah.
When they make a post about a party, does it make you want to party?
Well, that's true.
So that's just something to think about, Natasha. Whenever, that's what I had to think about, because I was really guilty of hosting in my VIP group and thinking, why does nobody want to party with me anymore? Because people are not, you will typically not get a sale. You're not going to generate a sale or a party just by a post. Not saying that you can't post, but just remember that we're in the relationship business and you want to build those relationships with a personal connection. You want to reach out to people, whether it's Facebook or Facebook Messenger, text, email. I would say the more personal your message, the more likely you are to book a party, because people want to feel special. Think about how you're making people feel when you ask them to host a party. Even if they say no, they're going to feel special because you asked them personally to host a party. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So try that. And then I want some feedback.
Okay.
Okay.
And I'm just going to lift Natasha for a minute because she rejoined us last year, maybe, Natasha. So
okay.
She's been a consultant for a very, very long time, but she took a break, just back.
Okay.
She's been to our like I think it was the Pink Bubble she came to in St. Louis. So she's been around, she's got longevity, she's got a foundation of customers. So just coming back in, like Dawn said, and just making it a little bit more personal. And sometimes because you took a break and you're back, it's sometimes you have to reintroduce yourself.
Mhm.
And so I always encourage my people to make sure that they're talking about themselves. Go live in your Facebook groups. It's okay if your dog is squeaking the toy in the background. They want to like, oh, what kind of dog do you have, dog? Like, let's see it, and so you've got to almost make yourself feel like a real person too. And so if you're always
Yes.
post, make sure that those posts are personal too, because
Mhm.
you're right. You're not, if you just keep posting a special or free shipping, they don't always, they don't always even tune into that post. But if
Mhm.
you post a picture of you holding the dog, all of a sudden the dog people come out of the woodwork.
Yep.
Or
I will piggyback off that and say that I get more interaction in my Facebook group when I go live or I post a picture of myself. It's something personal. It's not salesy. I get a lot more interaction that way. And listen, if you're nervous about going live, you're overthinking it. It doesn't matter if you don't have your best clothes on or your makeup on or whatever. People want to relate to you. So make yourself relatable. Don't even think about it. Just go live. Just do it.
so now that I know that, Natasha, I'm going to be on you because I feel like Natasha's been around long enough that she knows me too. She knows my personality. So I'm reaching out to her, but she's already gotten, I just pulled her numbers up. She's already submitted $200 this month too.
That's awesome.
So good job, Natasha. I'm proud of you and I'm glad you're back.
And you may want to do a relaunch.
Yeah, it's a new season. Anytime there's a new season that drops, like today I went live in my customer group and I talked about the mesh large utility tote and I said, this is the next big thing and I'm predicting it's going to sell out. And I've already sold 2 of them, so showing the products too.
Yes. And honestly, I think everybody should do a relaunch every single catalog season. Every single catalog season. Everybody, myself included.
I like it. Okay, let's see if there's any in the comments. Sorry, Dom, let me look. Somebody from their iPhone said, thank you so much for the information and support. We really appreciate it. Lauren, I'm not sure if you're asking a question or if you were helping Natasha. If you do Facebook parties, how do you connect with each guest, engage with them to get you where you can ask the 4 questions? Are you asking that or was you telling Natasha?
I was asking.
Dawn, do you do the 4 questions?
Are your guests not engaging in your Facebook party at all?
It's more if I get comments on posts, that's always a plus. But I'm talking about like to move it off of Facebook and either like connect with them via Facebook Messenger, just to try and start building that relationship to where you can actually connect with them one-on-one is where I'm starting.
So if somebody's in your Facebook party and they shop online and they place an order, I'm sure that you are posting a thank you graphic in the party, but are you reaching out to them individually and thanking them for shopping with you?
Yes. So
Okay.
I do have an order follow-up system in Project Broadcast, which is fantastic. If y'all are not using Project Broadcast, this is my unpaid shout out to do it because it is so easy. And I have had a lot of good reaction to that. I won't say a lot of, it does open up the door if they decide to text me back. Which I would say 80% of them, I don't get any response back, but I do have an order follow-up system set up in Project Broadcast. Yeah.
Okay. So if they don't place an order with you, but they were at the party, do you also reach out to those people? Do you send them a message?
Yep, I do. And I think it's, again, I don't know, I would say a very high percentage of them because I don't want to like send friend requests because that to me seems a little much and I don't need all those people on my personal page. But yeah, I do. I will send everybody that comments or reacts to a post, any post, They get, actually really anybody that actually has joined the party gets a personal message, but it's the trick of getting them to see it
Okay.
first.
Try this, Lauren. I don't know how you feel about this, but let's tell them that you're giving away one random prize to everybody that everybody that was in the party. Make sure you check your messages from me. You could be the winner. That's how you're going to get them to go check their messages. You'll have to give away a little prize
To everyone.
No. Just
one person, one lucky winner.
One lucky winner. And it can be a reusable snack bag. It doesn't have to be anything expensive. Yeah. That's cheap to mail. But it will encourage them to check their messages to see if they won. Try that trick and let me know how it goes. Okay.
I'll share one tip too. I learned this from the girls at Tag Team. So if I send y'all a Facebook message, which is just wording, you can preview it. You can see what I'm typing before you open it. So I've told a lot of my girls that if you send a picture first, so it could be a thank you or a picture of Lauren with her puffer blanket on, being all crazy, and send the picture, they cannot preview the picture. So I do that to y'all too. You'll start.
So you send a picture first or the wording first?
So if you're in Facebook Messenger, y'all can go look at your messenger now. You can, when somebody sends you something, you can preview the wording, right? You don't have to open it to see what the person. But one of the Tag Team girls said, send a picture first.
Okay.
Send it, hit send, and then immediately type the words. They can't preview the picture, so the curiosity kills the cat, right? So so I even do that with my customers. I do it with a lot of you guys. You'll start noticing it now. Like, you can't preview the picture, so you open it. So if you're having a problem of them not even seeing it, a lot of times if you're not friends with them, obviously it goes to their junk folder, their spam, their other folder. So Dawn's right. Make sure you tell them to check the other folder. But if you are in communication or you are friends with them, send a picture first. Okay. And it's got to be a fun picture, not just a like special or free shipping or something. Like, send a picture of you in your puffer blanket, Lauren, like that is personal. And that's how you start off that conversation. So y'all try it. Send somebody a picture, and I promise you they can't see it.
Well, I have 2 questions for everyone, and I want you to put it in the chat. Okay. Who is earning Disney? Who is going to be at Disney with me? My next question is, everyone knows that we have 2 pink ticket codes. We all, consultant, elite consultant, senior consultant, leaders, we all have 2 pink ticket codes to share this month, right? Everybody knows. Who's already given theirs away? Ooh, both of them?
Both of them.
Awesome.
Susan said 1.
That's great. And you do know that everybody that joins in February also gets 2 pink ticket codes, right? Do y'all know what that could mean? Oh my goodness. So exciting. I'm going to have JP keep me posted on your progress because I want to know.
Yeah, I'm excited. So we're gonna dive into that specifically, and I know you've got another call that you've got to get on. So I so appreciate you just making time for us tonight. But before you go, I would love for you just to tell us, like, what are you really excited about right now? Like, you've been around for a long, long time. So what's your perspective on 30?
I got to admit, I was you know, if you've been around a while and sometimes we're resistant, human nature, we're resistant to change. And I was a little nervous when I started hearing, we're going to have a new logo, we're going to have new products, you know, we're going to have new. I was like, oh man, if I'm being honest. But then when they revealed the new logo and they revealed all the new things, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so exciting. You know, like this is just, I don't know, this is what we needed. You know, we needed a refresh and we needed a rebrand and we needed a new logo. And so now we've got new opportunities and we've got new products, all the newness, all the new trips, all the new, you know, the Disney. And who's a leader on here? If you're a leader, raise your hand. Lauren. There probably are some more. Can't see their hands, but
Yeah.
you know, and even if you're not a leader, you could still earn Paris. So, you know, there's just so much. There's what's not, I mean, everything. I'm so excited about everything. There's just so much to be excited about. So
I feel like we're stacked this month. We've got a consultant incentive. We've got 2 customer specials this month with the free shipping. We've got 2 hostess things with the hostess special with the mesh tote bundle and then the extra $50. So we've got the pink tickets and Disney and the boat tote, you know.
Yep.
So I mean,
exactly.
They are seriously launching February strong.
Mm-hmm.
At least 2 things for every single person.
Yes.
So sometimes it can be overwhelming. So I did a video today and I said, it can be overwhelming, you know, and you got to figure out where you want to play, you know, where do you want to play?
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. What's not to be excited about, JP, that I'm glad you said that because that's kind of exactly what I told my team. I said, just pick 1 or 2 things that you want to focus on. There's a lot. I mean, the home office has given us a buffet to choose from. So just pick 1 or 2 things that you want to focus on. Don't let it overwhelm you.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Thank you so much for having me. This was fun.
Can we take a picture with you real quick?
Sure.
When your camera's on and, you know, do the Southern fluff, the crown fluff. Do it real quick. We'll take a picture and then let Dawn.
There they are.
There they are. Brenda, why is your camera not on? Look at your hair. It's gorgeous. You should have your camera on. All right. Everybody on. There's Lisa. Connie, I'm waiting for you. Okay, hang on. I have to snip the screen. I don't know how to do a screenshot. So hang on.
Tell us when you're ready.
Okay, I'm so bad at this. Okay, y'all ready? All right, here we go. Y'all smile. Okay, I got it.
Awesome. Well, y'all have a great night.
Thank you, Dawn. I appreciate it.
Bye.
All right, y'all stay on if y'all want to talk about pink tickets, okay? I'm saving this screenshot right now so I don't like lose her. So y'all can turn your cameras back off if you need to. All right, so what did you think? Put in the comments like if she's a joy. She's a true joy. She really is. Like she's very Southern, and I tell her she sounds more Southern than me. So if y'all could understand her, then you definitely can understand me. But I do think that, you know, her being around this long, she's seen a lot of different perspectives, and she didn't tell y'all, but they used to not have, like, they used to have to deliver the products themselves. They had this packing stuff. They had to turn it in and get like a deposit back. And so we definitely have it way easier. We get paid on embroidery. The technology in itself is totally different. When I started in 2008 and we were not on Facebook. So I did not grow my business through Facebook at all. It wasn't even a thing. The company wasn't on it. I didn't get on it until I think 2010. So definitely things have changed. So I wanted just to kind of share with you, kind of like lead into what Dawn was saying, that what these pink tickets could do, their codes, and just to make sure you understand what they are. They truly are a gift that 31 is giving you to be able to share 31 with 2 other people that are really looking for the business opportunity. If you watched my live today on the Lineage page, I kind of gave you a little advice, gave you some tips. And the biggest thing is making sure that you're just not throwing those tickets away, making sure you're not just giving them to somebody. I had a friend, and I don't see her on here, so I'm going to call her out. I had a good call with Tyree today. And Tyree had somebody that was thinking that she wanted to join just to be a kidnapper, and she shut that down quick. She's like, that's not what these codes are for. And so I want you guys to be confident in the gift that you've got. If you've got people that are just wanting a large utility tote, then let them buy a large utility tote. Let them get it at a discount. Let them get it through hosting or free shipping or a customer special. Those tickets are really there to help you level up your business. And I didn't say promote to director. We are going to talk about those first 3 promotions in your business, but those are tickets for you to give to maybe another woman or man, could be either. We've got both in our company, but another person that is looking to add income to their family. We've got a lot of single moms in our lineage that are looking to earn just enough to pay for groceries or dance or ball, you know. So there are plenty of people out there. And I know when we get towards the end of the month, sometimes we even start feeling desperate that we haven't gotten rid of our pink tickets. If you don't have the right person for the ticket, it's okay to let the ticket go too. I'm giving you permission to not just like dump it on somebody. But I also will say we've had a lot of kidnappers over the year that have turned into leaders. Gretchen Manmiller, if y'all know who she is Brenda's waving her hand. Was you a kidnapper, Brenda? Yes. Okay. So we've got a lot of people that do join just to be a kidnapper, and then they end up turning it into a business. So I don't want you to throw it away, but I want to give you permission to say, this doesn't feel right. It's not the right person. And that's okay too. Okay. So with that being said, if you log into 31today.com, you're going to see that there are 2 codes right there on your dashboard, along with a countdown. That countdown kind of feels like a tracker to me. It's like you're trying to beat the tracker. So they are, they don't go to waste. You actually give them to the right people. Once those codes are used, they won't be valid anymore at all. I was just looking at mine, like they're gone completely from my page. Like, so once they're used, they're gone. You won't have to even think about it. And then it's back to recruiting with the $69 kit. Now, what does that $31 get that person? It gets them the best sellers kit. So if you go to TOT and you look at the kit, we're starting that new girl with our best sellers, our large utility tote, our essential storage, our all about the Benjamin and the wristlet. Like, she is getting products that we already know are tried and true. The large utility tote has been our #1 seller since 2010. That's when it was introduced. And there's a couple of years where the organizing utility tote became #1. And the reason it did is because we added a zipper to it. So if your zip top organizing utility tote is not a zip top, you have a vintage one. Okay, so but that large utility tote truly has been a game changer for our business. #1 seller. How many of you guys own more than one? Put it in the comments. Tell me how many you think you own. Like, do you even want to admit it? You probably have a lot. And most customers do come back for more of that tote. Okay, so don't discount it either. The power in that tote being in that kit, you know she's going to sell it to people that already have 31. Okay. Amanda, you probably have 20. Yes, I do believe that. And Piper's been in every single one. Her cat has been in every one. So you've got a couple of I'm going to show you guys. Oh, Christina, I see your baby. I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to show you a little bit about leveling up in your business. And then I'm going to give you some ideas on how to actually use that to reach out to people. Okay, so I'm sharing my screen. You technology people, do not look at all my icons on my desktop. I know that drives some of y'all crazy. So if you get out a piece of paper, this is what I want you to do. And I'm going to show you a couple of different charts just to give you visuals. Some people are visual learners. Some people need to hear it. Some people need to read it. So here's kind of what I did back in the day. This is very, very old, but this is how I grew my leaders. I created that vision for them of what leadership looks like. Now, to be a director in our company, you need at least 4 people underneath you. So if you've already got people underneath you, don't stop sharing the opportunity. If you're not a director yet, even if you are a director, you still want to be sharing the opportunity. So if you kind of drew this chart on your paper, this very top circle is you. This is you at the very, very top. Our goal is to get at least 4 team members that you've personally sponsored. Now, when you get the very first one, when you get that very first person underneath you, and she qualifies, meaning that she sold her first 1,000, you will automatically promote to a senior consultant. When you get 2 people underneath you, you're going to be eligible for elite consultant. Now, elite consultant is a new level that they added to our career path maybe 2 years ago. It's been 2 years ago. I think May of 2000 and I don't know now. Now I have to go back and look. But it's a new level that hasn't been around terribly long. But now that we have that there, that's halfway to directorship. And we're going to talk about elite consultant. Because that's a new level in our career path, you've got 2 tickets. If you get 2 people to join your team and you help them successfully launch their business, you're sponsoring them with the expectation that they are going to want to work the business. You are going to be eligible for elite consultant. Okay. Now, the next 2 would help you get into directorship. Okay, so you need 1 for senior consultant, 2 for elite consultant, and 4 for directorship. So let me show you what is out on TOT for senior consultant. This is what the chart looks like in 31 world. It's way more updated and pretty. So you're the person right here. You're the pretty little blue Navy girl here. And you get 1 or more. You get at least 1 person underneath you that has sold her first 1,000. PICA means personally enrolled. Then you're going to automatically promote to a senior consultant. So if you're sitting on this call and you have no one underneath you, I would tell you to make that part of your goal. And making it your goal before national conference will ensure that your ribbon on your lanyard changes to senior consultant, which is always exciting to see a change in your title. You will still make 25% commission, and you'll still need to sell 200 every rolling 3 months. And you'll make 1% on that person underneath you. Okay, so the 1% will start adding up. So don't get too scared yet, but it is extra money in your pocket. So if you have an income goal, this will start growing the more you start sharing. All right, so now let's look at elite consultant. So the only requirement of the senior consultant is you have 1 PICA and you're personally selling the 200 in the rolling 3 months, which that number, in case you ever wonder, is right there on your front dashboard when you log into TOT. You should never wonder if you what you have in your 3-month period. It's on your dashboard. Okay, so now let's look at elite. We turned her to green because she's going to be making more money. So the elite consultant, you have 2 people underneath you that you've personally sponsored, and they've both qualified, meaning that they have sold their 1,000. You're eligible. So here's the key. This is the halfway point to directors. You heard me say for Dawn that a director has to sell $1,000 a month, and her team needs to sell 4,000. So what we realized before this level was added is that we were not preparing consultants to be directors when it came to requirements. So this is the halfway point. In order to be an elite consultant, you have to do half the amount of a director. So you personally need to sell $500, and you and your team together need to sell 2,000. So if that gives you a little foresight, directors have to sell 1,000, and their team and their team need to sell 4,000. Now here's kind of the fun part, which I think it's cut off on this. I don't know if y'all can see it. Let's see if I can move it up a little bit. You may have to go look on TOT. I'm trying to move it up. Well, let me just tell you, because for some reason I can't seem to get the screen to move up. So as an elite consultant, you have to sell 500, which do y'all feel like that's in alignment with the $500 incentive we had last month? Do you feel like they're helping you start reaching a little bit more by moving it to 700 this month? So they are doing things that are in alignment with these title promotions, okay? And we've seen $1,000 requirements for incentives in the past too. So you still make 25%. Now you're going to make 2% on those people. So we've doubled the percent that you make on your team. And what I'm trying to show you down there at the very, very bottom is an elite consultant makes 25%, but if she sells $1,000 that month, she's going to actually make 30% on her sales. So this is the first level where you get to actually make more money on your personal volume. So for me, I'm really focused on elite consultant level this year, because this is when you start making 30%. As long as you're selling 1,000 and you and your team together are selling 2,000, you're going to make 30%. So if you have $1,000 party, instead of making $250, you're going to now make an extra $50. You're going to make 300. Okay. Does that make sense? I'll check the chat. Does anybody have questions about the elite level? Okay. I don't think y'all have any, but if you do, unmute and let's ask it. So this is a pivotal month in our business because we are really trying to help people promote to directorship. But what we realized is that there was no halfway point. We were throwing consultants from only needing 200 a month, 200 every 3 months, to all of a sudden having to sell 1,000. The elite consultant is the halfway point that starts getting you in the habit of a $500 minimum, but they're going to reward you if you go ahead and start selling 1,000 at that elite level. Does that make sense? Everybody give me a little thumbs up. Makes sense. Okay. If not, ask questions. So you get 2 tickets this month. If you can sponsor 2 people and help them get into their first $1,000, then you are going to promote to an elite consultant as long as you're selling 500. Okay. Does that make sense? I keep asking because I need y'all to give me some feedback. Okay, Natasha, when making your monthly sales, are you only partying or do you have a personal website that will help with that? Like I have a personal website. Is that what you're asking me?
Yeah.
So I still party. I've been getting ready to celebrate my 15-year anniversary and I still book parties. Our hostess program, a lot of direct sales company, including Mary Kay, does not have a hostess program. So to me, that's the best thing that I can offer outside of opportunity is for people to party. And then that's my number one way to get introduced to new people. So yes, I'm always looking for hostesses because that's how I'm going to grow my network. I'm going to get to meet their friends. So good question. I'm still partying. I haven't done any Facebook parties in a while, but I'm ready. I'm ready to go back and do them. And I'm even thinking about looking for some vendor events. They're all back on in my area. I just need to get my name out. I moved to a different city, so I need to even get my name out in my local community. Okay, so let's talk about, so if y'all understand, senior consultant is just, you just need one person underneath you. And that's a big deal to promote to that first level. You get a lanyard change, you get a title change on your website. It's a big deal. You get 2 people, you're setting yourself up not only for directorship, but you're an elite consultant. And so make sure that your goal right now is that you're selling a minimum of $500. So when you do get to that level, you're not going to miss the income. You're not going to miss earning that money on the table. Okay. So I'm going to share with you guys a couple of things that I have personally done to attract recruits. Now I got 3 recruits this month and I got 9 recruits last month. And I will tell you, I lead with the recruiting conversation. So if someone asks me about 31, I ask them to be part of my team first. It is natural to me to ask that. So I don't try to sell them anything and I don't try to book them until I've asked them if they've considered being a consultant. And I use that word. Have you ever considered being a consultant yourself? So most of the times they've considered it and they just haven't pulled the trigger. Okay. My computer's just spinning. Oh. I'm trying to show y'all, but my screen is locked up. Okay. Let me share my screen. Is this helpful? Do y'all find that was helpful? Just a recap. Yes, Lauren, thank you. Okay. Let me share my screen. All right, we're done with that. Close that. And okay, so you're getting a look at my customer page. Okay, this is my customer VIP page. The first thing that I will tell you that if you've not done in your customer Facebook page is set up membership questions. So when someone asked me to join, someone asked to join my customer group, I have two questions. That is, what is your email and what is your first last name? We know a lot of people have accounts with their husbands. So I'm like, I just need your name. What's your name? So I asked for their name and I asked for their email. And the reason I do this is because I'm trying to fill my funnel in my virtual office. So before I even say, yes, you're allowed into my group, I copy that email, go into my virtual office, and I add them as a contact. 31 is sending out emails on my behalf. And if I have 1,000 people in my Facebook group, but only 300 in my virtual office, then I'm missing the opportunity for 700 people to get my emails. Okay, so that's the first step I would encourage you guys to do is 31 is doing some work for you. They're doing a lot of the heavy lifting. And if you are not making sure that this person is in both places, when she orders, she's going to be in your virtual office. But sometimes in our Facebook parties, we just say, join my customer group, or on our public pages, we say, join my customer group, but we're not capturing her information. So that is over on the membership questions in the settings on the left-hand side for me. I don't know where it's at on your phones, but it's just one of the options. So you can screenshot this if you want. If you don't have it, maybe you guys already have it, but ask her what her email is. If she doesn't tell me her email, so let me look and see if I have any pending I can show y'all. No. Okay, so Valerie's, I've got 4 people. I don't accept these until I'm sitting at my computer where I can copy and paste these. So it says she's been sitting there for 2 hours. I haven't approved her because I haven't been at my computer to copy that email. She actually is in one of my Facebook parties right now. She hasn't ordered. And so I'm not going to accept her until I grab that email. Okay. This one, I don't know who she is, but when I hover over her name, she's not in any 31 groups. So that makes me think that she's not a 31 consultant. And so I will immediately, let's just do this one. This is exactly what I do. Okay. So I'm going to copy her email just like this. I'm going to go into my virtual office. I'm going to my contacts at the very top. I'm going to say add a contact. Remember, I've copied that. I've used my mouse and I've copied that. Okay. And let me go back. Did she go by Nikki? Yeah, no, she said Nicole. She goes by Nicole. So Nicole Jones. So I'll come over here. Y'all are seeing exactly what I do, because if you're doing the 4 questions, if you're doing Facebook parties and you're not capturing their information, you should be. So I put her name and her email in there. I said save contact. Oh, she was already in there, so she must have changed her name. So I'm going to say, yeah, we're going to use Nicole. So she's already in there. Let's see. I need to edit it. Looks like she may have gotten married. Sorry. Wouldn't you know I'd have one that's like that. Okay, so now she's updated. She says your name. She goes by Nicole Jones. So that's another reason to ask for her first and last name. Okay. So before I hit approve, watch what I do. Are y'all watching? Watch what I do. I'm going to hover over her name and I'm going to hit message. I still have not approved her. I'm going to hit message. Now, did y'all hear the trick I told y'all a while ago, that you send a picture first? I know, Amanda Shelton, you know this and you get tired of me telling everybody, but don't you? Don't answer that. Let's see. I'm going to find a picture. I thought I had one right here. Sorry. I found a picture here, this one. Do y'all see that picture? So I'm sending that to her. It's a picture of me. It's not a graphic. It's a picture of me. Hey, Nikki. Thank you for joining my VIP 31 customer group. If I could type. Hot. Now, this is important. hop in and comment on the first thing that grabs your attention. So I know you made it in the group. Do you see how I asked her to do something? Now watch this. I still got one more thing. Now she's on Facebook. She's went through 1 million groups and she's requested me. She requested that a day ago. That's how long it's been sitting there. I put my group link in there. She's done forgot about where my group is, what it's called, everything. So do y'all see that? Can you see that, Lauren? I'm looking at you first. Okay, yes. Okay. So a picture, not in my puffer blanket, Lauren, but an umbrella. Hey, Nikki, thank you for joining my VIP customer group. Hop in and comment on the first thing that grabs your attention. I've asked her to do something. 9 times out of 10, they'll do it because she wants me to know that she got into the group. And then I gave her the link again. Now she's going to be, in a week from now, she's going to be like, now who was that 31 girl? What was her Facebook group? She's going to be able to scroll back through the messenger and see that. Now watch this. I'm going to approve her. So I added her to my virtual office and I sent her a message. So I will do the same thing with Patty. I will let her, send her a quick thing and invite her to or Patsy. Like, it's okay that they've been sitting there. It's okay that I've not approved them yet. All right. Helpful? Y'all put in the comments if that was helpful. I can't see all y'all.
Fire, fire, fire. That was awesome.
Thank you. You've been around forever. So I really appreciate you saying that.
I don't ever remember you talking about sending them, the message.
What?
And adding the link. I knew about the email and adding them in the virtual office, but I think that's like a nice personal invite.
Yes. And Amanda, you've got plenty of personal pictures. You're really good about taking yourself pictures. So good. I love y'all. I'm glad. Okay.
Hey, JP.
Yes.
Hey, I also do something similar with my questions, but I also say, like, who invited you? So that way I can give a shout out to whoever invited that person to my group in my VIP group, or I can send her a message and say, hey, so-and-so joined. Thank you so much for referring her to me, So I throw that in as one of my membership questions as well.
Okay. That's a good idea. Who invited you to the group? I love that. Thank you, Andrea.
No problem.
Okay. All right. So good. Brenda said good. Natasha, like it. Susan, yes, love it. Okay. I'm thinking that's Susan Efkin. I'm not sure which Susan. You have to tell me which Susan you are, Susan. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Let me share my screen again. Okay, so that's my very first tip. So the more people you can put into your virtual office, the more people that is going to get those emails. And then you're going to be able to look at your email activity report. Okay, so let me come back down. I'm still in my customer group. You can see I went live today. I sold a mesh utility tote. She messaged me. So you should be going live. I'm scrolling down. I'm trying to find a personal thing. So you should be talking about the opportunity to join your team. So y'all have heard my 7 things that you should be posting each week, like what you should be posting. I can share that again, but you should always have in rotation the opportunity to join. So y'all can screenshot this. Again, I don't care if y'all screenshot this. I posted this in my group, and lo and behold, somebody messaged me and got my code. She was a former consultant that was in my group. And so I've gotten rid of both of my codes now. So that's what I posted, but I posted a picture of me holding a product. So again, you're making it personal. Now, if you scroll back down, you see that I'm booking parties. Hang on. I don't know why it's like slow. Y'all are seeing. So when people order, I give them a shout out, I make it personal on my customer group. Okay, here's another one. So if you were talking about products and you're not talking about the opportunity, you need to put that in your rotation at least once a week, if not twice a week. You've got 4 pillars in your business: sponsoring, booking, shopping, and promoting leaders. Okay, so sponsoring should be that first conversation. So you can see I posted a picture. Did you join the fun event tonight? Excited about all the newness? Are you ready for the perfect starter kit? Let's go. So, you know, I even talked about which kit fits your budget. I told them, plus when you join and sell 700, you get the canvas boat tote for free. It's okay to be talking about the incentives that 31 is offering you. Here's another one. Look what I did here. This is a good one. Y'all screenshot this one. Look, I'm telling y'all, like, not that these are something you couldn't come up with, but sometimes it's good to have ideas. So free photo, the product perks are better when you're a 31 consultant. The customer special, be a consultant, perks are better. Customer special is good. Consultant perks are better. Okay. And I even gave shout out to 2 of my customers that became consultants. They both joined in January. I got 2 Pikas in January. So I gave them a shout out. Don't be afraid to shout out those girls that you're sponsoring that are seeing success with you on your team. Okay. So I can show y'all a million more of them. Natasha, specifically for you, I did post a kind of a reintroduction, and I believe that you should do that every season, just like you should do a launch party every season. I was trying to find that, but I reintroduced myself and shared that I wanted to earn Disney. I wanted to show you that one specifically, but I'll find it and share it with you. But you should be posting a picture of your back, telling them what your goal is. There's our sweet friend Penny. Okay, I can't find it, but it's in here somewhere where I reintroduced myself and when they introduced the Disney thing. Okay, so now that you kind of know that to ask the questions, how you engage people before they even get into your Facebook group, let's talk about your email activity report, because now those are going out on your behalf. Okay, so if you go to reports in your virtual office, click on reports at the very top, and you click on email activity. Okay, and I know we're out of time. If y'all can hang on about 10 minutes, give me 10 more minutes. Click on email activity report at the top. And I'm going to show you. You will see, I don't know, the last 10 or so messages, emails that have went out. Number one, if you're not in your virtual office as a contact, you should add yourself, so you're getting what home office is sending out. But you can see that February the 1st, this new one that just went out, there was 30 people that clicked on it. Okay, and the clicks are low. I mean, they're compared to how many are getting them. But I had, let's see, I had 2 people that went directly to my website. I had 4 people that clicked on the mesh large utility tote. So I'm following up with these people. But look at this one. It says, be a consultant. That's what you're looking for when it comes to sponsoring. If you click on that, it's going to tell you the one person that clicked on become a consultant. Here's what you can do. You can click right here at the very top, this email button. Do you guys all see that? It's at the very, very top. As long as you've got, you know, if you're clicked on that, you only have one person, I can email her directly and say, hey girl. No, I wouldn't say that, but you can email her if that's the way you communicate. You can, if you've got, let me go back to my Facebook group. I showed my elite consultant group this last night. You can actually drag pictures over into a message. And let's see, I don't want to get too crazy and involved in that, but you can actually pull the pictures over and put the picture of the kit here is what I'm saying. Does that make, I'm not making sense. Hang on. Okay. Let me find a picture that I would want to put over there.
I'm always curious how those show up in the email. Like once they actually receive it, what it looks like.
And Shelton, because this is all we worked on last night on our elite consultant group. And we talked about that. Patty asked the same question. But they actually do come out pretty good. Depends on which picture you drag over. So I'm in my virtual office. I'm emailing that one girl. I've got my Facebook group open here. I've got 2 screens open. All you have to do is click on that picture and drag it over here. Okay. So it's a pretty big picture. You can hit preview. Oh, it must have not went. So if the email went out, this is what it would look like. So if I was
Wow.
emailing Rachel, I drug this picture over from where it was posted in my Facebook group, and I would say, ready to join 31. And I could put, the wording in here that says, are you still considering 2031? If so, I have a top secret code I'd love to share with you. Okay, and you can make that bigger. I'm just showing y'all how to make it pretty. So I'm probably spending too much time on this. Y'all may know this, but and then you can preview it. It's going to look a little different when it actually comes in, but this is what the email will look like. It's really big on my screen, but it won't be like that when she opens it. I've got a link to, I've got this link. So it could be as simple as that. Are you still considering it? Now, this doesn't feel as personal as maybe a text message or a Facebook message, but this is how you can do it. So if you're working that email activity report, you could just work it to share your codes right now. Okay. Let me leave that. So what I would encourage you to do is I would encourage you to go through all these different ones that are available right now. And we've got a whole training on how to use these reports and to kind of keep it manageable. But I would look down and see, they don't always put join or become a consultant in every one of them, but a lot of them they do. Going back a couple of them. Here's one, be a consultant. She clicked on it. So Teresa clicked on it. So don't you think I'm not reaching out to her? So if you're looking for a place to start with your email activity report and just look at those that have clicked on be a consultant. How many of you guys are doing that? Lauren's doing that. Okay.
Haven't had any bites yet, but I'm gotta do it sometime.
Are you doing your email activity report to find the people? And how are you communicating with them?
An email. Yeah. An email. I also sometimes, now that I feel really comfortable with Project Broadcast, I will add them with a tag in Project Broadcast with opportunity lead or something like that. I've got to get more consistent in Project Broadcast. I know that's going to be a huge tool. But yeah, I've gotten to the point where it's like, I'm not even scared of scaring anybody off because it's go time. I got goals. So yeah. I'm talking to everybody.
Good. And I think when you get that confidence, you become a lot more brave. And if they tell you no, you don't take offense to it. Like I used to get no's. I still get no's. I just showed you I got a no. And I feel like at this point, people say go for no, but I go for yes. And I'm going to keep going until I get yeses. So I hate that go for no. I hate that. Like 100 no.
Yeah, I'm not going to go with the anticipation of them telling me no. So, yeah. I mean, I don't remember where I heard it, but I heard it somewhere and it was so pointed and it was like, how can I not ask every single person? You think about when you go out to eat and you order your food and you're stuffed and you're full and you're sitting there with your pants unbuttoned and you're just like, oh my gosh, the waitress, it never fails. She will ask you if you want dessert. You are looking like you look and she's going to ask you if you want dessert. She knows you're probably going to say no, but she doesn't not ask you just in case you want to take something to go. So and
let's dig a little deeper into that. Why does she ask you? Knowing that you're full, why does she ask every single person?
Because she knows that the pineapple upside down cheesecake is to die for.
And if you say yes, what does that do for her?
Right. I mean, yeah, it adds, it adds to her experience. It adds to her tip. You're going to come back and you're going to bring some friends and be like, hey, this pineapple upside down cheesecake is pretty awesome. It's just the whole thing. And it's like, of course you're going to ask. You're going to ask everybody.
Yep. I think you guys have to really dig into what your goal is at 31, because Lauren just said, I've got goals. And if you said yes to you want to earn Disney, well, Pika's personally enrolled and qualified active consultants, they get you 3,000 points.
Yeah.
3,000 points. So would you rather sell 3,000 or help somebody sell 1,000? And
dude, seriously, is that even a question?
And think about that. If you could do that to 2 people this month, that's 6,000 Disney points. Would you rather sell 6,000 or help 2 people sell 1,000? So it truly is just being, listen, I've got an opportunity and I'm not going to give these tickets just to anybody. I'm going to give them to some people that want the business. And when I shared in the lineage page today, I actually saw that on one of the Instagram girls. And she said that you have to lead with the business conversation, because she was saying that, if you ask somebody if they want the mesh large utility tote and they say no, you can't come back and say, well, would you want to join my team? You can't do that. So, but if you say, do you want to join my team? And she says no, okay, well, what about buying the mesh utility tote? Yes. So if we start with the sponsoring, it's like, women don't want to tell you no 100 times. They don't. So if she doesn't want to host, then maybe she'll buy, and then I'll be like, well, you want to join my birthday club? So she's gonna say yes to something, but I think you guys,
yeah, you get to the point where you just keep going. Like there are times like inside teaser, oh my gosh, Lauren is like, oh my gosh, she said no, just like stop. And the outside, I'm like, nope, we haven't asked all the questions yet. Just keep going. She'll either block us or she'll say yes.
well, and you've got to know your boundaries too with each person and how it's making you feel. If you feel spammy, then it probably is.
Right.
But if it feels like a natural progression of the conversation, then be brave about it. Like when I go to Publix, they're like, did you find everything? Yes. Well, and then they'll comment on something I'm buying. I'm like, those are tampons. Don't comment on they got to comment on something. They always have to comment on something. Oh, were you having Mexican tonight? No. Like, it just guys. I'm getting on a soapbox, but okay. So I hope that this is helpful. I hope that you got to meet Dawn and feel a little bit more confident when you come to Impact in July. I hope that's on your bucket list to be there. It's our 20-year anniversary. So if there's ever one to be at, this is it. Natasha, yes, good. Is Connie still on here? Yeah, Connie's still on here. Amanda's still on here. You guys are hopefully you guys will all come together too. Anyway, so Be It Impact is our 20-year anniversary. It's a big deal. And, I would love for you to show up with a title change. Diane, I know you just promoted to the elite consultant level yourself. And so having that team underneath you, having that confidence that you're halfway to directorship, there's so much that comes with that level, but know that you could start making 30% with just 2 people underneath you if you're selling 1,000. So go ahead and put in your mind to start selling 1,000 now. So when you start building your team, you're leveling up with ease. It's not all of a sudden it's a huge shock to your system what the requirements are. Okay. All right. I want y'all to be brave about sharing those codes. I want you to bring on people that want to be here because they want your sponsorship. They want you to help them launch a business. Do y'all have any questions? Do y'all feel like this was good? Diane, yes. Lauren, good. Patty, you're sideways now. You're not glitching, but now you're sideways. And you're muted. We learned that Patty's daddy was a major league baseball player. Daryl. that right? Daryl was your daddy? Or your cousin? You're still muted. Amanda, tell me. Oh, there you are.
His name was Bob.
Okay, Daryl is your cousin?
Yeah.
So she had a cousin that played Major League Baseball and her daddy played. So we learned that was not an elite call. When you promote to elite, and some fun calls. All right, my friends, I am excited for February. You've got a consultant incentive to earn, so everybody should be earning that boat tote. Y'all, it's over $100 value. You can add personalization, free shipping to you. Like, it's over $100 value that you can earn for selling $700 this month. You also will get Disney points on that $700. Get a new person that comes in that wants that tote. She can double dip and amp jumpstart and earn in the boat tote and Disney points. Like, it's like quadruple dipping when you add on the income for her. So this is a stacked month for success. All right, my friends, I will talk to you later. Thanks for being on.